It's 19.8 million BTC, 1.19 million left. So we're at 94%. Now, of that, these are the HODL waves. So this shows you the amount of Bitcoin that hasn't moved for 1 year plus. So that's going back to the beginning of Bitcoin. Out of the 19.8 million, how much of that has not moved for 1 year plus? We are in 12th of January 2025. So it says here that 62% of the coins haven't moved since the 12th of January 2024. Okay, so that's a lot of the supply that is inactive, and you can see that between bull markets and bear markets, as you reach the peaks of bear markets, a lot of the supply comes back into circulation. You get, from 59% down to 42%, where there appears to be a floor of coins that still remain dormant. So that's the 1 year, 5 year. So this is going back to 2020. 30% of coins have not moved since 2020. The thing about Bitcoin is that most of it doesn't move. So everyone's different with how they want to manage their Bitcoin. Some people are constantly changing setups. Some people, I guess, are just happy to leave their coins. Some of these may be lost. So 30% have not moved in 5 years. So since 2020, January, they've just been dormant. Again, 10 years, 17% haven't moved since 2015. Either lost or someone's not intending on selling them. Okay, so we can see here since to give you actual numbers here, 2015 and prior, 3.29 million. So let's say, for example, 6 years or 7. That's January 2018. Since then, 4.62 million Bitcoin have not moved. So that's when Bitcoin is 20k, or had just hit 20k. Since the year of the pandemic, 6 million haven't moved. They've been dormant. And these are some of the addresses that show the highest dormant. This is BitInfo, where you can see the amount got hacked. These 80,000 Bitcoin haven't moved since 2011. This 53,000, 5 billion Bitcoin haven't moved since 2014. 51,000 hasn't moved since 2018. 44,000, 4 billion Bitcoin. $4 billion in Bitcoin hasn't moved since 2019. You've got some 31,000 hasn't moved since 2010. 28,000 Bitcoin haven't moved since 2010, 2017, 2010, 2018, 2011. There was a lot of 10,000. A big Bitcoin miner, I guess, was allocating. The thing is, what's crazy? You don't know if these people are just happy to wait or if they just died. You can't guarantee life. You can't guarantee that they didn't lose this. You could have been a 12-year-old. You just thought it was a game. You know what I mean? We just don't know. You don't know if these people are they're waiting long term. Either way, as you can see, since 2022, 8 million haven't moved. 2023, 10 million. So 2023 and prior is what it's saying. Up to that point. Since 2024, 12.25 million haven't moved. And then coming up to the present day, it's accounting for 17.61. So whatever date or time that has it at, is saying that we're at 19.8, and I guess within that time, within that space, the difference between 17.61 and 19.8 have been active. That's how I'm interpreting it as. But as you can see, a lot of this Bitcoin just remains dormant in big addresses. The exchange ones obviously are holding on behalf of customers, and a lot of that velocity and movement is occurring within these containers, and the fees are going to these companies, I guess Robinhood, Bitfinex, Binance, Kraken, etc. But I've always struggled to really read this because it confuses me when I see the percentage. This is a lot easier to understand. USD, the total amount of USD. Well, this is the easiest thing to understand. The amount of BTC, there's the size of UTXOs between 0 to 0.00001. There's about 6 million addresses that have a balance ranging from this size, and they are 11.42% of all addresses, and they hold 35.77 BTC. So they're basically dust, and it's just almost like a waste of space, if we're honest. Well, we've got Lightning, So, and you can see, it's very hard to see. Let me see if I can change it. Yeah, so it's easier to see now. You can see the percentage bars where there's a lot of addresses that hold a little amount of BTC. So where the majority of the Bitcoin is concentrated between like 8% of addresses, with a lot of the majority being in the 1,000 to 10,000 UTXO range, which is crazy.